What is up, all? This is Best in Noise number 16. 1-6.
Yeah, hell yeah. Super stoked. Got some fucking cool shit coming your way this episode.
We went and saw Shred Bundy at the Colony, right?
Yeah, the Colony, like we were talking about last time. The Colonial Theater, then you got the Colonial Cafe, and then you have the Colony. So we were at the Colony this week for some fucking badass fucking power violence, fucking, I don't know what, everything else thrown in there too.
Right. Interesting mixture.
Yeah, with Mental Defective League opening
right.
show. That was
Chrch's
amazing.
The lead singer of that band.
Yeah, Punk Rock Institution, Chrch.
And then Ben from the Hoods.
Old drummer from the Hoods. We were excited. I was excited to see him. I didn't get a chance to mosey on over and say hi to him, but
right.
Definitely excited to see that guy still out there. He's one of the fucking best punk rockers and best punk rock drummers in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I should say.
I was wondering what happened to him. Now
I mean, he was always like the like quiet one. Yeah, he could have we could have a real conversation with all of them, but he was more low key. So I was like Ben for that.
No, totally.
Yeah. Shred Bundy, awesome first interview for Arrested Noise.
Yeah,
it's a good band to have to get the lowdown on. I mean,
totally.
Fucking shit.
I was super impressed with their performance.
Holy shit. It was,
fucking angry.
Fucking, they could have slaughtered an arena with that show.
Yeah.
And it was literally like fucking 25 people there.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy shit. There's so much heart put into this performance, and there's so few people here. It just makes you like,
right.
Feel lucky to be there, really.
Check out our Instagram feeds, and you'll see clips from that show.
Yeah, clips from that show. I go by my tag on there, my channel. I call my channel Orange Machine Gun, and then Dr. Strange Clock. So if you type in either one of those, it'll take you to my shit, and then JGCSOUND.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Totally.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna want to check these clips out if you're into power violence, any crust, anything really. There's something for everyone in that.
Yeah,
shit.
There's like I was telling the dude, the lead singer, I'm hearing old Melvin's riffs, I'm hearing old Circle Jerks riffs, I'm hearing power violence, hardcore, like
right. Yeah, you'll see.
Fucking brutal too.
You'll see in the interview when you ask them what each individual band member what their inspiration was. Mm-hmm. It's like all over the place. So
it was
kind of appropriate. They're really cool guys. Yeah. It was a fun night. A good way to spend $8 in a few hours.
Yeah. But yeah, Shred Bundy just dropped a new EP called California Killcore.
Fuck.
Which is, it's fucking 4 tracks. It's fucking amazing.
Right. At first it starts off, you're like, okay, I saw Killcore, so I know it's going to be fast, but this is slow, heavy, and mean. And then all of a sudden it fucking picks you up and whips your ass somewhere else. And
it's actually a little bit of trickery going on, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Because it starts out really slow, and all of a sudden it, like, 20 times as fast. Like... starts galloping. You're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Holy shit, yeah. And the live, like you'll hear in the interview, one of them's like, I really like death metal. I really like death metal vocals. So he just the dual vocals between the lead singer and him, the hardcore, crusty, punkier side of things from the lead singer, and then just the guttural death metal singing from the guitarist. It was just fucking, crushing. Yeah, I was super impressed.
And the way that lead singer was pacing.
Yeah, like a caged animal.
Totally. Angry, like.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm
never lit up the whole show. He paced fast and violently the whole show.
I'm like, this motherfucker could go like GG Allen on us and fucking start like throwing dogs at all of us, and I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Like fucking. But super nice guys, like most of these bands are, they tend to be, they get it all out on stage, and Yeah, and I mean they had a really good lead guitarist. Interesting. When we asked each band member, who inspired them, his first out of his mouth was Van Halen. So I was like, props to that guy. And he was wearing an Iron Butterfly shirt. I mean, Inagata Devita's like one of the fucking first heavy stoner, songs that went, fucking 20 minutes for a whole side of an album. So props to that guy too. Sorry, I'm not remembering names right now. It's a little late.
Always super late when we do these podcasts, like
right.
Super late.
And then I think it was the show was actually put on by Capital Chaos.
Yeah, I saw that name on. Yeah, I think so.
Shout out to Zoran and Capital Chaos. We really got to catch up with him tonight too and see.
He's a cool dude too.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's put out a lot of content for for a few years now, and I mean content that I'm glad he put out because I can't make it to every goddamn show. And, I'm the curiosity gets me. I'm like, and he's got it for every show I want to be at least.
Right.
He's got video for it.
He went to that. He went to that.
Yeah, it's like shit. And yeah, I feel like we met an old friend, but we only really met for the first time. So.
Yeah, super easy to talk to. That dude was like super chill.
Yeah. So,
yeah, we want
to do the Shred Bundy interview.
Yeah, I want to throw up the Shred Bundy interview so you guys can check our little conversation out.
Oh yeah, fine. I hope you find it interesting.
I'm Maui. I'm the vocalist.
Hi, I'm Braxton. I'm lead guitarist.
Hi, I'm Nick. I do rhythm guitar and secondary vocals.
That was Shred Bundy. We saw them at
The Colony.
the Colony in Sacramento, and
Fucking murdered.
you guys fucking murdered it.
We've seen a lot
So-
of bands. You guys filled up that space like. There were fucking 10 people in there, but there could have been 300 for fucking the energy you guys gave off.
I love that, dude. We see a lot of bands that give like 120% with nobody there, and we're just like,
People missed
Fuck.
out on this shit.
so what are your guys' like influences?
Eddie Van Halen, definitely. He's my favorite guitarist of all time. Eddie Van Halen, Hendrix, Randy Rhoads. Yeah, Warren DeMartini from Rat, too, who's an amazing guitarist. Yeah, that's about it. My dad, too.
Just like shit like Drop Dead, Dystopia, Magruder Grind, Suicidal Tendencies, you know, all that. Anything fast, heavy, loud, I don't give a fuck. I like it all.
I gotta say, probably more of like the older like metal, probably like Judas Priest, you know, some stuff like that, and then ranging over to like some old school death metal, and right in that area. Yeah.
So how'd you guys come up with like the sound for, well, the new EP, especially because, dude, I've been fucking, you have no idea. I've been rocking that fucking EP all week, and it's been like, yeah. But like, what's the direction you guys are trying to?
It's all like crossover mixed with like we'll get throw some deep beat stuff pretty soon. Grindcore, thrash, hardcore, death metal, all over the place. Like power violence, everything, man.
I mean, honestly, it's really just how we feel, you know what I mean? Like, we just like to play music that we all like to play, and we don't like to put each other down. We just like to, you know, build off everybody's influences, you know? It's not a band of one person, it's a band of everybody, you know what I mean?
I've definitely felt that because I don't know what you guys' influences like you're telling me right now, but when I'm listening to it, I'm hearing like circle jerks. I'm hearing like all types of shit, old Melvins, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'd say our influences do range like across the spectrum. Just we're anything from punk to metal to hardcore, power violence, extreme metal. Even like we'll listen to like some other stuff. Like I know like Braxton, Juan, they're all into like hip hop and stuff like that. I think Juan has like a side project and shit. Yeah. So yeah, we're
Our
like
drummer
it's all over the
raps
place.
really good. Our drummer's like an amazing rapper. Yeah.
Give a shout out to this band.
It's Brain.wave. Shout out Young Beelzebub. Yeah.
He's over in the van loading our gear up right now, so shout out to him. Shout out to Juan.
Shout out to Marmar. Shout out to Zay, Chumada, all those guys.
Big homie.
For real.
Yeah, we're into like Cool Keith and stuff, so that's awesome. So what's the what's next for you guys other than this tour?
We got a show on Wednesday in Denver, Colorado. After that, we're playing in Tulsa, Oklahoma with Giveaway and Misdemeanor and all them. Super, super heavy hardcore show. And then after that, we're heading down to Albuquerque to go, you know, chill with a couple of our friends and play music for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then we got a show in April in Marietta, California, SoCal. What's it called? MSC venue. Yeah. A lot of cool hardcore bands. This band called Short Timber is really sick band called Barrio Slam. Super sick. Infinite Crisis too. The homies Infinite Crisis. Yeah.
And then we're gonna come out to Washington. What was the date, Maui?
16th.
And we're playing Washington Death Fest 3, so we're pretty excited to be on that. And then yeah, so we might do something after that. But yeah, we're
probably up north or where are we? We're at Sacramento. Yeah. So maybe a little up north, West Coast, little West Coast run. Yeah.
something for summer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Any more questions for the boys?
No, I mean, I definitely I like when I can tell that you guys each have different influences, and I know like how a band works. Somebody comes in with a riff or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, cool, that's fucking good. I'll work off of that." Yeah. So each one of you with your different influences, it kind of comes together and just like this fucking amazing, brutal mesh of like metal, hardcore, and just fucking killer power violence. Killed it, guys.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Shred Bundy.
Seriously,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks again, man.
God bless.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you for the interview.
BLM.
I don't know if you've noticed the shirt JGCSOUND is wearing right now, but that fucker's
Yeah,
doing
Shawn.
something right now.
Rest in peace, Shawn Elliot. Shawn Elliot just passed away.
Yeah.
And we're very interested to know what the fuck happened.
Right, you know.
We just saw him like 2 months ago or something.
I mean, he didn't look like he was, you know, on death's door by any chance. Didn't look like there were any problems, so to speak.
You said you saw him
hitting a vape pen, and that was it. You know, super
Yeah.
nice guy, talking to everybody that came around him. That was at that I Hate God show. They were switching out dates with Chrmags and Capitalist Casualties, and we got Capitalist Casualties. We wanted to see Chrmags, but now we're glad we saw Capitalist Casualties. I mean, holy shit, you know.
Badass.
Yeah, they're like the West Coast answer to fucking Toxic Narcotic, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fucking, yeah, it's sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, so a big shout out to his family. I hope they're getting through it all right, and you know, just know that there's a lot of people who fucking miss the guy, you know. So
rest in peace.
Yeah. Founder, one of the main founding fathers of power violence. And,
right.
Yeah. Next, we've got Suppression. We're going to see that.
We're going to see Suppression. We talked about it a little bit last podcast, but it's actually happening this week.
Right.
And
that's going to be an amazing show.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Invertebrate and Tom Hanks, which is always good. The guitarist from Chrch.
Right.
Yeah.
And Bob Plant.
Yeah, Bob Plant.
I love that name, dude.
I love the name. I like their logo. It's like the only one that like really like doesn't fit, but we always like that one the best.
Yeah, awesome grind and power violence show.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. There's so much fucking shit on our plate, dude. It's like
I'm debating whether to call in sick that day or.
Yeah.
Like I'm sick. I got friends coming in from out of town or something like that.
Something.
Because it's not really lying. Because I'm like going to see bands play.
And they're my friends.
They're kind of my friends. I listen to their records. We have a relationship.
We have a relationship
with their music.
Yeah. I know everything about them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm either gonna say, "Can I come in at midnight?" So we're graveyard.
Right.
People don't know. Or call in sick. I'll probably ask coming at midnight.
Right. That way you don't have the best of both worlds.
What would you do?
Yeah. There's a show that's on, like on fucking basic TV. It's all, what would you do in a safety situation? Like if you're out in a raft and fucking something happens, blah, 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 what would you do? I'd do CPR. First I'd fucking blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that kind of shit. Anyway, so, what else do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Infinite Crisis and Drain and
a couple of bands that the lead singer was Shred Bundy. Not only the lead singer, the guitarist was talking about it too.
Right.
Infinite Crisis, who are a thrash band from Los Angeles, I believe. Yeah, from Los Angeles. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, good.
Different take on thrash, definitely.
Right. It's definitely crossover hybrid thing.
Yeah.
It's good. Drain was also interesting, a little sludgier, a little more crustier.
Drain is like a power violence band from Santa Cruz.
Yeah. And shout out to Temecula, California for fucking for Shred Bundy coming from there, you know. That's where they're from. So big ups to Temecula. Fucking
cool.
Got the fire.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. Where is that?
I don't know. I think it's down south somewhere. Fuck, California, man. It's such a big state. Right. Next, let's talk quickly about Stormy Daniels.
Well, I just gotta say, like, I didn't know who she was, and she's a banging ass porn star.
She's a banging ass porn star who got fucked by our president for.
Big ups to the president for fucking the shit out of Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, it might be problematic for some of the fucking people who are supposedly his Christian base, but
they'll get over it.
They seem to
all he's got to say is God told me to.
Yeah, they seem to get over everything lately. So it's funny how Obama's in office and fucking if he doesn't bow his head right, it's like fucking going against God. But now it's like,
Yeah. Anything goes.
anything goes.
Now.
Also, I went out to the Black Lives Matter protest that was kicking off, and
So what exactly happened? Told us.
the police, they released.
No,
Yeah, I know.
I'm just playing.
What's that from? That's from some movie. I forget. Oh, yeah, that's from a 30 Rock episode where he plays like he's a stutterer to make some chick feel bad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking classic Alec Baldwin.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he fucking tears that episode up, dude. There's some 30 Rock episodes that are like off the chain. But yeah, I went out to Black Lives Matter. I mean, it's fucked that a kid got shot 20 times by 2 cops.
For what? What was he doing?
He had a cell phone in his hand and he was running from the cops. And so they cornered him in the backyard. The story goes he pulled out the cell phone. They shot him 20 times. Still, that could be misconstrued as, I didn't know what he had in his hand. The super fuck part was they muted their fucking cameras after the thing. So they turned off the sound so they could talk to each other without recording it. So they could get their story straight.
Oh, shit.
And that's where they fucking went dirty. And so, I'm all about supporting people, and I think you should be able to walk around with any skin color and not worry about getting shot to death for having a cell phone in your hand. So I went out there. It was very interesting. It's kind of scary, when you're sitting with a group of people and all of a sudden all of them, you see the fucking cops rolling by and they're like thinking, okay, this might be riot time, and everybody's like, fuck the police, and you see a bunch of cops and you're like walking by and you're like, fuck the police. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, check out my Instagram. I mean, there was blood on the ground and shit, so it was no joke.
Was
yeah.
it? Yeah, I saw something on Facebook you posted to something.
Right, yeah.
Video of a newscaster out there or something.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because there was one little kerfuffle. The newscaster wanted to get on and talk about the story, and then some kid started jumping out and with a sign that said "fuck the police," and every time they tried to start the interview, he'd jump out. And then there was an actual relative of Stephon Clark, that was the name of the young man who was shot and killed. He was there, and he said, "No, man, let them do the interview. They need to get the fucking word out. If we just fucking shut this shit down, I mean, nobody's gonna know anything. So you gotta let the reporter do the story, and he's gonna call one of us over, and he's gonna talk to us, and
leave the messenger alone."
Right? But yeah, so it was definitely interesting. I felt glad to go there. I'm not like utterly against cops or anything. I mean, I'm not a fan of them, but at the same time, they have helped me out in the past. It's just, I think there's some shit that needs to change. And
who are you going to call? The Crips to come help you
out? Right. And that's a valid statement, So, I mean, there's no black and white no pun intended, to this issue, It's a gray area, so that was interesting. It was sad. I'm sad for the family. You see a mom crying. It fucking sucks. It tears you up.
You think they'd go and shoot a white kid every once in a while?
Just like Chris Rock said.
All right, it's time to go kill a white kid.
Yeah. Well, I really don't like that ginger fuck. Let's take him out.
Yeah. We do a background check on the person.
Yeah.
No one really cares about
He's
him
a
anyway.
super bastard.
He's a super bastard.
Yeah. No, so, I mean, yeah.
You're going to go to I don't know if I'm going to see Chrch, but you're definitely going.
Yeah.
You've been waiting for this one.
Yeah, look, I've been waiting for this one for a while. Since the first time I saw Chrch, I was like, holy fuck.
I still haven't seen them.
I saw them with Bellwitch.
Yeah.
And they stole the fucking night by far. And so, and I don't know if that's, well, obviously it's because Chris dials in the sound on that motherfucker because he's in the band and he's the sound guy for Blue Lamp. But you know what I mean? I think there's probably an intensity they feel playing at that place that they don't get anywhere else. I wanted to catch them at that Chemist show, but didn't get a chance to.
I wanted to go to that Chemist show too because
yeah, it didn't look like there were. I mean, not that it was any fault of any of the bands, but it didn't look like there were a whole lot of people there.
Oh, there's video online?
Not video. I saw pictures. I think I saw pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely looking forward to seeing Chrch. Looking forward to seeing. Is it Unsea or Unsea?
I don't know.
UNSEA or USNEA, whatever the name of that band is. They're the shit. They're a relapse band.
Right.
Seeing a relapse band live, there's always like a special element because everything. They pick the metal bands that have that it factor.
They do. They do a good job.
Yeah, I mean, that's nothing against any of the other labels out there. There's a fucking lot of bomb labels out there.
Right.
But I mean,
$20 spin.
yeah, it's hard to compete with. Yeah, $20 spins tight. It's hard to compete with relapses. Fucking,
Who's the label Undergang is on?
Dark Descent.
Dark Descent's got some fire.
Yeah, they have a split. They have a split coming out with Spectral Voice and one other band that you said that you liked. Spectral Voice and
Blood Incantation?
not Blood Incantation. I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, look into Dark Descent and the splits they have.
They're coming. Spectral Voice.
Spectral Voice and it's like an echo name.
Anyways.
Yeah,
New Dark Descent
sorry. Dead air, sorry. Yeah, no, but that looks like the shit. So, and then we got a cough show coming up mid-May, you said?
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit happening in May, but they're all in the middle of the week and it's all in the Bay, so it's kind of rough.
Yeah, that's
Pick and choose those.
Yeah, you gotta be.
I don't want to though.
Right. Yeah, and yeah.
I want to see Power Trip on their own, not at a festival.
Right.
That's on a weekday.
Right.
And in the Bay Area. Cough is on a weekday and in the Bay Area.
Fuck.
And then that Gate Creeper show is on a weekday and in the Bay Area. It's just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of...
We were getting lucky there for a while. There was hella shows dropping on
Saturday night,
like,
yeah.
let's go to Oakland. Go to Oakland.
Fuck yeah. Sit around all day, hop in your car, drive to the show, come back, sit around all the next day.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. It's so rough.
Yeah, seeing Power Trip, though, will be amazing.
So we got to pick and choose. Which one of those three are you definitely wanting to see? You keep bringing Cough up.
I'm Power Trip, probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. We can make that happen.
Yeah, probably Power Trip. I mean, yeah, there's something,
Something about that band.
Yeah.
Fucking,
yeah.
and it'll have interesting opening acts.
Sheer Mag is going to be interesting.
Sheer Mag, that band Fury.
Yeah.
Red Death.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. I think those other bands are going to be amazing too, but I think Power Trip, we know they're going to blow the fucking place apart, so that's like the best bet,
I think they're $25 a ticket, which isn't that bad.
That's not bad.
Especially for that many acts that are...
Is it at the Oakland...
the
Opera House?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That'd be tight if it was.
Doesn't sound right. I looked it up, but it might be, though. I don't think so.
That would be awesome.
It's at the American something. I think where we saw Danzig.
The American Music Hall. Oh, Warfield?
Not the Warfield. See, I'm wrong.
The Great American Music Hall.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
I've never been there.
Is it big?
I don't know. I think it's like Fillmore West or one of those places.
Okay.
It's been there forever. Like a lot of big blues bands and shit played there. So it'll be cool to see Sheer Mag there.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna totally like Sheer Mag, but I'm definitely stoked to see it.
Yeah, witness it.
Yeah, so it'll be cool.
Oh, the other band you're gonna see is Un.
Yeah, that shit's awesome. That's super heavy. How do I put it? They do the doom trance thing almost, where it's like sort of like Bell Witch, where they let it, but there's more there than Bell Witch.
That's why they had like 8-minute songs, and we're trying to listen to it, and I'd skip a couple of minutes.
Right,
it's totally different, and I'm like, I understand, I'm not gonna be able to translate this at all, speeding through it. You have to sit through the whole 8 minutes.
Yeah, it's like trying to describe a Bong Ripper album to somebody. Like, I love this album, and then they're like, I listened to it for 20 minutes. I didn't hear a single good part. You're like, oh, you got to listen to the next 20 minutes. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah. This is a whole fucking thing.
yeah, it's a bitch. Yeah.
There's payoff. I guarantee.
I swear. Oh, big ups to Chrch, too, for getting that. I think they're touring England with Fister.
Oh, I saw the on Instagram or something.
Yeah, and I'm picking up. That's one thing I am getting on Friday night is that Fister Chrch split.
Fuck yeah.
Clear vinyl. Fister fucking is evil, mean, doom, like mean spirited. Just
fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're like the blood for blood of the doom scene to me almost. Yeah, there's an extra amount of hate in it for humanity. Not any. I hate all people equally. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, that's it, bro.
Yeah. For all you podcasters, have mixtape, some of the bands we talked about tonight.
Hell yeah.
And then for all YouTubers, thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Check out the our first official, Jason's first official interview with a band. You know, let us know, like, subscribe, give us your feedback. We're always interested to hear.
Totally.
You know, if there's any questions you'd like to hear us ask any of the bands we've spoken about that we're gonna go see, let us know, and we'll definitely if we corner any of these poor guys,
These poor guys.
we'll definitely get some information from you, or get the questions answered that you want to hear. So, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Peace out.